The recent floods in Bangladesh have caused widespread devastation and despair. Torrential rains, coupled with water released from upstream dams in India, have led to severe flooding in the eastern regions of the country. The relentless downpour has submerged vast areas, including homes, farmlands, and infrastructure, displacing millions of people. According to the Ministry of Disaster Management and Relief, the floods have claimed at least 100 more lives and affected over 4.5 million people. Rescuers are working tirelessly to evacuate flooded communities, but the scale of the disaster has overwhelmed efforts. The annual monsoon rains often cause significant destruction, but climate change is intensifying weather patterns and increasing the frequency of extreme events. The southeastern districts of Feni and Cumilla are among the worst hit areas, with entire communities submerged. In Cumilla, new breaches on a flood protection embankment in the Gomti River inundated about 100 low-lying villages, washing away homes, livestock, and farmlands. The economic impact of the floods is severe, with agricultural lands inundated and crops destroyed, threatening the livelihoods of thousands of farmers. The destruction of infrastructure, including roads, bridges, and schools, has further compounded the challenges faced by affected communities. In the Indian state of Tripura, around 100,000 people have taken shelter in over 400 relief camps, as the floods have affected 1.7 million people across 8 districts. Chief Minister Manik Saha conducted an aerial survey to assess the situation. The floods have exposed vulnerabilities in Bangladesh's disaster preparedness and response mechanisms. Despite advanced warnings of heavy rainfall and potential flooding, the response from authorities has been criticized as inadequate. Many residents reported that they were not adequately informed about the impending disaster, and evacuation efforts were hampered by a lack of coordination and resources. The Ministry of Disaster Management and Relief has acknowledged these shortcomings and pledged to improve disaster response strategies in the future. The humanitarian crisis resulting from the floods is immense, with thousands of people seeking refuge in emergency shelters, facing overcrowded and unsanitary conditions. The risk of waterborne diseases is high, and there are concerns about the availability of clean drinking water and medical supplies. International aid organizations have stepped in to provide assistance, but resources are stretched thin. The floods have also sparked diplomatic tensions between Bangladesh and India. Bangladesh has accused India of exacerbating the flooding by releasing water from upstream dams without adequate warning. India, however, has defended its actions, citing heavy rainfall in its own catchment areas as the reason for the water release. The two countries have a history of disputes over water management, and the current crisis has reignited calls for better coordination and cooperation in managing shared water resources. As Bangladesh grapples with the aftermath of the floods, it is crucial to learn from this experience and take proactive measures to mitigate the impact of future floods.